Hi, this is Marcia with Living Divinity, and I want to do another intuitive reading. Okay, so this could be past, present, or future. So I kind of see someone offering someone an opportunity. Sometimes if the opportunity is offered and taken, it's kind of a new beginning, right? So the offer could be something with love, business, partnership, okay, of some sort. So I'm kind of feeling like it's a partnership or some type of alliance that, I don't know, maybe it's two people come together, maybe it's a handful of people come together, but I believe that's what was offered. Someone didn't feel like they should accept that. Maybe they looked at the offer as worthless. Maybe they looked at the offer as they kind of want to, but what are they risking? Maybe they feel like their life is stable right now, so they kind of feel caught up in their head about why didn't I take that offer kind of thing. So it's very possible that maybe the offer's still on the table, but you're not sure. You're not sure of still where it would take you. Okay, but maybe you've had some sort of enlightenment to reignite it. So again, it could be love, business, partnership, whatever it is for you. And so this is you or your person. They're excited one day, then the next day they feel like it's not worth it. I don't want to risk that. There's too many things that could get in the way. Yet they're bored and tired of where they're at currently. Again, this is love, business, or relationships of whatever kind. They do see themselves, crossing waters, moving forward, maybe deciding to follow their passion. And it's that hot and cold kind of thing where they're all in one day, then the next day. I think what happens is your person is sharing with other people, and as soon as they say something excited about the movement that your person wants to make, they tell them different things like, that's a bad business move, or that's socially you'll be ostracized, and you won't make out going in that direction. So again, your person is hot and cold about it because they're listening to other people. So maybe you've prayed for your person to have some sort of transformation to bring them out of the dark so they can make their own decisions. And very possibly they are transforming. And transformation, sometimes depending upon where you're at, a transformation could take a while. So maybe your person's asking you to have patience as they're transforming. Okay? They see you as someone who gives them spiritual strength by your words, by your healing words, by the conversations you two have, by the energy of love that you send to your person. So they kind of feel like, well, I want to move forward right away. But they're still unsure. And I think they're unsure because they haven't sought out spirit yet. They think that they can go directly to you. Me personally, I don't really want anybody who hasn't connected with their higher selves or have not connected with God Almighty. I don't want anybody who is on the fence. Okay, so you might feel that way, you might not, but anyways, someone's deciding that they have the possibility of accelerated motion. And your person does have memories of love. Your person's trying to say, I'm sorry for hurting you. I didn't mean it. I pushed you away because of my own insecurities. And I wish I would have just opened up and talked to you about it. And your person feels like you're the safest person that they could really talk about anything to. Talk to about anything. They're tired of being in the dark. They want to choose better for themselves. Yet they put themselves in their own mental conflict by listening to what others want them to do. They have to stop being people pleasers and choose for themselves. And possibly the people around your person are manipulators. They don't want to see your person move forward with you because of the success that they already know intuitively, energetically, that you two will have together. So they love putting your person in a mental conflict by telling him or her why they shouldn't do. So I also, Spirit wanted me to say that your person has typed in messages to you to tell you how they feel, because they're frankly ashamed of how they treated you. And it's like as soon as they go to hit enter, they get a phone call or someone interrupts them and says, hey, we have work to do or something. So then the message doesn't get sent or whatever. But the messages are interrupted, like because your person hasn't maybe sought out Spirit. Any message is the message. So he or she feels like, oh, I was going to send this message to my person, and I got interrupted. So that must be a message from Spirit to not send the message. And if your person is confused, they should look at the message and they should probably say, well, anything out of love should be right. Anything out of maliciousness or hate or envy or jealousy is wrong. So that would be one way for them to clarify. So again, I kind of see your person wanting to move on. And that's the problem, is so many obstacles are put in front of your person every time they talk about moving forward with you. They may be realizing at this point that it's their destiny. And the reason why I say that is because very possibly to hold your person back, people are throwing males or females at your person and getting them to start new relationships that aren't going to add up to anything. And your person's realizing that every time I try to start something new, it's bad news. Why didn't I go to the person I really wanted to go to? Maybe that's the way I need to go. And that is Spirit trying to guide them on their destiny. But the thing is everyone has free will, so whether they move forward or not is totally up to them. They do have to commit to themselves to stop taking in the temptation and saying no. Say no to the temptation for a while. Be on your own for a while. Have some time to clear your mind, to get over things from your past, to learn and grow, to take some wisdom with you so you don't have to carry the burden with you. Okay? And after you do that, God will gift you with different little miracles. And as you appreciate life more, as you thank God more, as you really search your heart, God will fill you with all the fulfillment of your wishes and dreams. Staying in faith, putting love on the forefront of your life, making better choices for you, not for everybody else, for you. That's for yourself, or this is for your person, right? Whatever's right. Your person might decide to come to you, and then you might decide, I was never in it all the way, right? But then you have to think, is that really true love that just gives up just like that? So take wisdom with you as you move forward after you've done your soul searching and done your healing. Move forward with wisdom and leave all the messy stuff behind. And that's part of doing your shadow work, is choosing what's right for you in your life at this time so your future becomes better. Okay? So sometimes we all feel like we're on a waiting game, and sometimes we have to choose to take action to make the changes come about in our own lives. Again, I'm getting a lot of messages about the base chakra, the solar plex chakra, the throat chakra. So it's important for you to study up on the chakras and make sure you get your healing. Allow your divine masculine to be a divine masculine. Allow him to come to you and speak his peace and be of a good listening ear for him, and discern the truth. Sometimes the truth is brutal, but we have to know the truth, right? Stay balanced in everything you do. When you're eating right and sleeping right and loving right, giving yourself the self-love that you deserve, you can see a lot of things more clear. You can see who the people are around you, and you can see who's actually for you and who's not for you. And that takes a lot of concentration, and it takes a lot of energy to discern, because it's all energy. So when you see someone and you hear how they speak or their actions, whatever it is that throws up a red flag, you will begin to learn how to discern that and how to peacefully walk away. You choose God on the forefront. You ask the Lord for the armor of protection. You go through the obstacles that you need to go through, and you push them out of your way. Sort of like I imagine someone on a horse barrel racing, and maybe it has to do with my cousin Jojo. She was that's what she did. She loved horses. She communicated with horses, and they listened to her, and she loved them, and they loved her. But I see a barrel racer, making it to the end game, right, of life. Not the end like you're going to die. I mean, I guess it could be, but I hope not. But to get to the place where you have moved through the process of life, and you finally have been crowned in a certain way where your awareness is fully on. You begin to see the miracles that God has already given to you in your life. And then when they miraculously appear in front of you, you know that God promised me that. Look, here it is. Thank you, God. So try not to take your worries with you. You pray, you have a choice to pray or to worry. So worry is not going to amount to anything, okay, except for stress and not sleeping well, not eating, taking up bad habits, whatever that would be. To go and pray, or you release it to the Lord. You say, Lord, I put this burden for you to help me with so I can have a peaceful life. Okay? So God will give you a firm foundation. He will guide you through. He will teach you what's important and what's not important. And the discernment, you'll again be able to catch deception before it hits your front door. You will see people from a distance, and you already know that they're going to be out to try to diminish who you are because they're envious of you. Okay? Celebrate with those that you love and that love you, and that will protect you and you will protect them. It's celebrate with those who are deserving of your presence, right? And so there will be some who sit on the side and are suffering in silence because of how they mistreated you. That's their burden to carry, not yours. If you've lived your life, and like for me, I have family members who are totally against me for whatever reason. Maybe it's the way I smile. I don't know, maybe it's the words that I use, but we're not supposed to be judging people. And that's the thing about some of my family members claim to be Christians, but they're out judging me. They judge me. That's not their job to judge. Their job is to do their own personal work on themselves, become the best versions of them, while helping others find their way to do the same if they're so inclined to ask, or if they're so inclined to share. Sharing how to ascend. That would be crazy for me to try to help you get to a certain level and say, well, I don't want you to pass me up, so you never told me what knowledge you have, so I'm not going to give you any more knowledge because I don't want you to elevate above me. That's ignorance, okay? Because God's going to place everybody where they belong. It's not up to us to say, right? It's not for us to hold back sharing God's love and how God touched our lives. Okay, so sometimes, we have to sacrifice. Sacrificing the bad for the good. It's always the best choice, So sometimes we have to just still love our family members, but we love them at a distance. We don't allow them to penetrate our energy, because they could be energy drainers, they could be energy suckers, they could be, just malicious people that want to hurt you and make you feel smaller and make you feel bad, make you feel beneath them. So we have to sacrifice those people that want to do that to us. And we have to say, no, I'm not going to give you another chance to hurt me like that. You've been my sibling for all my life, and sometimes they portray that they've done more for you than you've done for them. And you kind of have to remind them, but it doesn't really matter, because they see it their way and you see it your way. But know that if you have had a giving heart and gave what you can, and they want to portray that they've given to you more to elevate themselves, you just have to let them say whatever they want, because God truly knows exactly how it went, and you don't have to explain yourself to anyone. So that your intuition is to tell you to be okay with walking away. Be okay with being alone, because you're never alone. The place, I love Guadalupe because I have so many fond memories when I was a kid. My grandparents, a block and a half away. The second house we ever lived in, 2.5 blocks away. The Catholic church, I think I went to a little bit. The Pentecostal church, I went to quite a bit. I don't go to churches anymore because I feel like wherever my grandmother was where God was. And I'm not going to say that God wasn't with my grandfather because he was Catholic. I'm saying I knew in my heart that where my grandmother was, God was. And she stayed in her house a lot, and she read the Bible a lot, and she would make us sit down on the floor, and she would make us read scriptures, and she wrote letters to people in Spain and people here in the U.S., like jail people that needed salvation. She wrote to people in the Philippines. She wrote to people in Mexico, and she was a crippled little lady, but she did it. And I'm always amazed by her strength. So now that I'm here and I see how many of my family members have betrayed both my grandma and grandpa by not honoring them, it's really heart-wrenching. But I'm not here to judge them. I'm here to acknowledge that my grandparents deserve more honor than what they've received from their bloodline, their descendants. So when I do go to the cemetery, it hasn't been quite often lately. I was trying to go like once a month or once every 2 months, but I like to put flowers down. So, it has to do with what my budget is and that sort of thing. But when I go there, that's the most peaceful place I feel. Even though that the spirit, right? The spirit of my loved ones run free. It's to honor them and to remember them and to let them know, it's 22, 23 right now, to let them know that I honor them, who they were to me when they were alive. And I refuse to not honor them because they're no longer here. So I am very aware, so be very aware of your surroundings. Be very aware of how people talk to you. Be very aware about you not speaking bad upon yourself. If you think that your hair looks ugly, or if you think that, oh, that pimple on my forehead, oh, I gained 5 pounds, don't think negative upon you. God wants you to be happy with who you are as you elevate yourself to become the best version of you. So never allow anyone to talk you down, and never allow yourself to talk yourself down. Okay, that's part of the internal healing, right? The internal healing may very well bring you material harvest, right? And I say that because if you share your story and people want to gift you, or people want to buy your book, it would turn into a material harvest, right? Always stay in harmony, and if you happen to find your true love, realize that it is what it is. Your true love is your true love, the one that you're gonna love till the day you die. My daughter, she's one of my true loves. The 2 men I was married to in my past, I love them in a certain way. My first husband did everything he could to make my life miserable. I had people lined up to give him a big ass whooping, but I thought If I said yes and my daughter found out, she would hate me forever. So I chose to not hurt my daughter's father, although she recognizes it now how he went far beyond to try to hurt me. And I only say that whatever his situation is with our daughter is something he caused, not me. Anyways, my second husband, I left him with the best wishes. I left him with the dreams of a best future for him. I left him with to find his self-love and to heal himself. And so, in a sense, I love him, but it's not the same love as when we were first getting married and all that. You know, the fire and the sparks and all that, and things rapidly changed when we moved to Hawaii. And I say that's because in Delaware there weren't that many Asian girls, there weren't that many islanders there, so I was a kind of a commodity. And then when we moved to Hawaii, he saw there was beautiful women all around. I said, you know, I'm not always going to be beautiful. I'm not always going to have the best shape that you see. I'm not always going to have the money that you're seeing around here. You know, it's kind of like, and he's in the strange sort of way, he just didn't find any interest in me anymore because there was so much more to look at. So anyways, I left him and I said, go be yourself, find yourself, love yourself. I wish you nothing but love in your life. And we split up that way. So, you know, if someone special comes into your life, no matter what you two have gone through, you know, if the love is true, then the love's going to be true. So sometimes you might be waiting for your person to come back. Maybe your person needs to apologize, you know. And maybe you need to apologize to your person. I don't know. It's not my story. But I say if you ever find the one that you really believe is your true love, just keep living your life and working on yourself. And the good Lord will bring him or her to you at the right time. And they might not even say all the right things. So, you know, there's those funny, quirky movies where it's the true love, but then it's usually the guy that can't speak, you know, or the girl that can't walk, she's stumbling, or the words just come out scrambled. And it's never as how they plan it to be. It comes out not in the same way they had planned, which makes them feel like they didn't say what they really needed to say. So you just have to be understanding and kind of read between the lines, right? But listen, just hear what they say, and send them encouraging messages if you want them in your life. Send them messages of, hey, you know, I know we haven't talked in a while, but, you know, I've been thinking about you, and, well, I already told you how I feel, and I'm just waiting for you to get back to me, but I have to let you know I'm living my life, and if God brings someone else for me, and that person is there for me when you're not, because maybe you're not able, maybe you're confused, maybe the connection is fearful for you. I leave you to your own vices, and I just wish you the best. So you could say something like that. So God wants to recognize you and reward you for your good work. What good work have you been doing? Have you been sharing your talents with others? Keep all of your big secrets a secret, right? What happens when you tell people about the things you want to come into fruition? So say if you tell, I don't know, say if you tell 5 people, about your plans. Well, maybe those 5 people don't want you to have those special plans come into fruition. So, maybe they get around and they get into a little circle and they all negative talk you. And the power of words they're powerful. But know whatever's for you will always be for you. So they can talk all the negative smack. They could talk obstacles in your path. They can do this, they can do that. But know that what God has for you is always going to be for you. And nothing could ever take it away. You just keep working on yourself. But the next time, you don't share anything until it's actually up and running and working. And let them see for themselves, right? By then you already got past all the shyness of doing whatever work that you were intending on doing, and you decided to be determined. And then change comes, right? I can change my patterns when I change my mind about them. Okay, sometimes you have to go into solitude by yourself and you need to think things over. You need to just visualize what your future is supposed to look like. Yes, I want a big home on the beach, and I want to have a private beach, or I want to have a pier with a yacht at the end of it, or whatever it is that you're imagining, what you're dreaming of. We're all creators. We are all children of God. Therefore, we have the strength, we have the mindset to create what we want in our lives. So, meditate on the foundation of your life and how to keep it solid. Release any heartache and loss. That's always important. Don't carry that into your next situation, your next chapter of your life. Soon you will have some type of movement. There will be choices and decisions you have to consider. If you're the divine feminine, you want to stand in your power. You want to keep yourself sacred, and that's same for the divine masculine. A divine masculine doesn't mess with peasants. So maybe your divine masculine has been messing with peasants. So he's got some cleansing to do before he comes back to you. He's got to, get a checkup and make sure that when he comes back to you, he shows you the paper that he's clear and free of any disease, right? Let's face it, men do that sometimes, and sometimes women. I personally, I keep myself sacred. So again, study, review, and maintain all of your chakras. Financial changes will be an increase for you. Maybe you're up for a raise. Maybe you're up for a promotion. Maybe you're starting your own thing and it's taking off. Learn to speak up for what is right for you. You don't need to go off the handle. You don't need to yell and scream. What you need to do is express your truth in a respectful way that's respectful to yourself. And I say that this is my job and I love it. And I thank the universe for giving me these messages for you. Always have hope. We need more hope in the world. We need hope for a better world. 7 generations down. Again, when you speak your truth, stand in it. Don't let people, sort of like when you commit to say, I'm going to wash my car every Saturday. Right? Saturday morning comes and your girlfriend or your boyfriend gets you to do something else so that you'll break your own commitment to wash your car on Saturday. So that's when you have to stand your ground and say, I already said that I committed to wash my car today, on Saturday. That means Saturday's tied up for at least 3 hours. right? Whatever it takes. Whatever it is, stand your ground. Whatever choices you make, independent. If you're in a relationship, independence. You still have to maintain your independence. You might say, hey, Steve, I know I plan on washing my car this Saturday, but can you help me check the oil and the air pressure? And if your person Steve wants to do that for you, if he wants to make the time to do that for you, which why wouldn't he, right? But anyway, so obstacles and challenges, you may be always having that. We all have things that we need to learn and grow from. So sometimes we're with someone who's there to reflect what we need to work on. Okay, so if someone's putting obstacles, maybe you've been one to put up obstacles in front of someone else, right? So you have to balance that out and be more fair. Be true to yourself. Always speak your truth. If you speak your truth, then you don't have to remember lies. If you tell a lie, you got to tell another lie, another lie, another lie to cover that first lie. So just speak your truth. I'd rather speak my truth than wonder what did I say last week, or I don't know, I'll be 62 this year, so might be something I said last year. I don't remember saying that, I always try to speak from my heart, and I always try to speak my truth. So always be careful how you choose. Make sure there's planning and there's a thought process put in it before you actually choose. I pray today that Spirit awards you with material and spiritual prosperity. We all need money to live. We all need a security blanket. We all need to actually have a little extra that we put away, plus a little extra for ourselves, plus a little extra maybe to help someone on the street. We have so many homeless people. Always begin your day with love, right? Always be thankful at noontime for the love in your life. Before you go to bed, be thankful. God is love, love is God. Be thankful. It's okay to take some time out to yourself. It's okay to do things that you like to do. Whatever your group of friends, your brother, your sister, whatever it is that you like to do. I always tell my daughter, I would tell her, it's not that I don't care when I say this, but I don't care what you do as long as you're not hurting you or somebody else. Just go do whatever it is that makes your heart sing, Sometimes we have to just follow our heart. Sometimes that's the only truth we know. What we don't know really is the person that we give our heart to. What are they going to do with our heart once we give it to them? Are they just going to put it on a shelf? I used to tease my daughter and say, oh, you take my heart, you throw it up to the fan. Then it spins around and gets all cut up and falls to the ground, and then you stomp on it. A kid knows how to stomp on a parent's heart. But a parent's already been there as that kid. So they have a better understanding if, everybody was a kid once, right? Kids do and say the craziest things. Always pray for prosperity so that prosperity could be anything. It could be extra, like in your health, prosperity in wealth, prosperity in learning how to speak, communicate. It could be many things. So Pray for prosperity in all that you do, so that you can share your knowledge, you can share your wealth, you can share with those that you love. And whenever you're feeling tired, you need to rest, because it's your body telling you, so that you can regenerate, you can become the powerful mind, the powerful soul, the powerful body that you're intended to be. Be patient with others. Be patient. And if you're in the hospital and you're a patient, be patient with the nurse. Okay, just be patient. Be a good patient. I see at the end there will be some that do not receive victory and success. And I'm talking about the day that God calls you. And I see some who do receive victory and success. But it's never for me to tell someone that I believe they're going straight to hell. It's never for me to say that. It's not even for me to think it. If I think that, I say, hey, that's not me. Because when you think that way, it comes back to you. So anytime that kind of thought process comes into your mind, you have to discharge it and say, that's not me. I don't wish someone to go to hell. I don't wish someone to die. I don't wish someone to become an amputee. I don't wish for someone to have a car accident. I don't wish for someone to have a heart attack or a stroke. You have to say, that's not me. My mind is clear. My mind is clean. My mind is of love. My mind is of God. And when you say those words, your words are powerful. The words that you speak will change your little engine on your brain, your battery, and then it will change your heart space, and then your soul, right? So be careful what you the words that you speak. Okay, victory and success, it's for all of us to achieve. And what we do with this lifetime is totally up to us. A spiritual union you might be getting. Spiritual union could be, like for me, it could be for me and my daughter. It could be for me and my divine masculine. I only say, God, bring him to me when he's ready. And if you choose to give me someone else, then allow them to come to my door. Okay? Because I already asked God, don't allow anyone that doesn't belong come knocking at my door. I prayed for that. So let's remember that our life is not intended to disrupt anything, okay? But when we choose ourselves and people around us expect us not to, then yeah, that's going to cause a disruption for someone, right? So that's not up to us. It's not up to us for them to have this tower, It's up to us to choose. I choose me. I'm not going to be a rug. I'm not going to be your rug out front that you wipe your dirty boots on. Is that the saying? I don't even know. But I'm not going to be a pushover. I'm not going to be an ass kisser. I'm not going to be a people pleaser. I'm going to be the best version of me and have the best respect for me and best love for me, so I can give those good qualities out to the world. Okay? And those people who want you to stay in a negative pattern, to each their own. Go find your own negative pattern to get stuck in, right? That's not for me. For me, I have a bigger path. I have a bigger calling. God wants me to do other things. God wants me to tell my story. God wants me to help heal the world. I am here for that purpose. So you can choose to be for a purpose against God's chosen ones, or you could choose to be, I want to be one of God's chosen ones. I want to step up and I want to speak about how God's changed my life. But they have to go through the process. There's a lot of things, you have to live to get through to kind of go through the healing process so you can, it's kind of like baking a cake. If you've never baked a cake before, if you've never watched a YouTube on how to make a cake, how can you talk about making a cake if you've never made one, right? So that's the thing with the lessons. The lessons, you can't talk about lessons if you haven't learned them. Like, you can't talk about them if you haven't learned it, right? You can, so there's sort of like the book way, and then there's the actual hands-on way. Now, the book way is going to miss a lot of things, and just as well as maybe the actual living through it, but because there's going to be different little twists and turns for everybody. But the thing is, to be able to speak about it from your heart, you kind of have had to have done that. So now, that's the end of our reading, everybody. I'm going to do the angel number because I think we still have time. All right, so let me pull. I just saw the High Priestess. Let me pull 3 cards. I got the 6, the 10, which is the 0, and the 8. So I got the 6 of Michael. It's the light at the end of the tunnel. Breathe a sigh of relief and make new plans, relocation, or travel. The 10 of Raphael. Love and blessings fill your life. Harmonious relationships with family members, happily ever after. And the 8 of Gabriel. A great deal of activity. Sudden and immediate results. Important communication. Okay, so 6 of Michael talks about moving forward. 10 of Raphael talks about a whole bunch of love and blessings from the Lord. And the 8 of Gabriel is communication. So let's get the angel number for you. And I'm pretty sure I have time. Okay. Close this out. 618. Okay. Yep, we have time, I believe. 618. Number 618 is a compilation of the attributes of number 6 and the energies of number 1 and the vibrations of number 8. Number 6 resonates with the financial and wealth sectors of our life, provisions and providing, love of home and family, domestic, expressing gratitude and grace, nurturing and caring for others, empathy and sympathy, teaching others and finding solutions to problems. Number 1 lends to its vibrations of creation, fresh starts and new beginnings, positivity and open-mindedness, attainment, fulfillment, and success. Number 1 also tells us that we create our own realities with our thoughts, beliefs, and actions. Number 8 adds its energies of personal power and authority, manifesting material freedom and abundance, discernment and good judgment, dependability and self-confidence. Number 8 also resonates with the concept of karma and the universal spiritual law of karma, cause and effect. Number 618 indicates that your positive affirmation and prayers have been heard and your optimistic attitude noted by the angels. Follow your intuition and angelic guidance and take action accordingly. Trust that your beliefs, mindset, and action will manifest abundant supply and your wants and needs will always be met. Look forward to new opportunities, positive changes, and a steady supply of abundance and the prosperity in your life. And remember to be grateful for your blessings. Angel number 618 tells of self-management, good judgment, and achieving success and abundance due to your personal efforts, intentions, and actions. If you have been considering beginning or expanding your own business or income earning venture, now would be a good time to take positive steps in that direction. Recognize that you possess all the qualities needed to find personal success and fulfillment. Boldly step into your own power. Again, Spirit is asking you to know that you can change. You can take charge of your own life. You can change any negative patterns that you feel like you have about yourself and discard them and replace them with love, joy, happiness, beautiful things. You create your own reality through your beliefs, thoughts, etc. Right? The words you speak. All right, so that's the end of our reading. I hope it resonated for someone out there. I hope you found some clarity. I say God bless you all. Without you, there's no need for me to be here. So thank you. Thank you for those who have subscribed from the beginning, to the few that have trickled in the past week or so. Thank you all. Without you, well, I would just be reading to a blank person, right? And please continue to share, like, comment, and those who have a Cash App, thank you so much. My Cash App is $Marsha Peely, and it's usually in the body down below. And I say a prayer for all of you to self-healing, self-love, self-respect, all those good things about self. Nurture yourself. So when you respect yourself, when you love yourself, you can give all of that to someone else, right? Right? And I'm not saying give it all. I'm just saying you can share your love, right? But it has to be equal give and take. You get it, right? You understand what I'm saying? Okay. So, yeah, that's the end of our reading. We'll see you on the next time. And I'm glad this one went through instead of 3 parts. Yeah. All right. Thank you all. Okay. Bye-bye. God bless.